Welcome in Tyler Wilson, who went 2 2/3 in just one of those days, huh? You had good command early on and then seemed to elude you a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. I felt pretty good with the command of my fastball, my changeup, which is a good thing, but through some bad curveballs, it's a new pitch that I'm kind of trying to develop a little bit, some more separation between my curveball and my slider, and obviously left a couple up, and that'll hurt you. But you know, like I said, I felt pretty good with my fastball command, changeup command, which are two important pitches for me. But you know, bottom line, throwing a lot of fastballs and leave a few up in the zone like that, you're going to give up hits. And so a couple ground balls found holes, and then the big homer like that obviously makes the runs look a little bit bigger. But you know, all in all, I felt good, and just got to do a little bit better job.
Well, you really mixed up your pitches well. Love the way you were pounding the bottom of the zone, though, with all your pitches. It seemed like early on you were just locked in down there. All the pitchers today really consistent, driving the ball downhill and keeping it at the knees. Is that something that pitching coach Roger McDowell has been targeting with everybody? Absolutely. Living at the bottom of the zone is paramount, especially a guy like me. I'm not going to blow it by guys like that. So pitching down in the zone is crucial, and I felt good doing that in the first couple innings. And like I said, a couple of those ground balls found holes, and that's just the nature of the game. You know, sometimes those are going to turn into double plays, sometimes they're going to be hits, and you can't be afraid of contact. You can't be afraid of pitching down in the zone early in the count like that. And you know, credit to those guys for getting hits. And you know, the results weren't great, but like you said, I feel pretty confident about the process of pounding the bottom half of the zone. And obviously I left a few up as well, but pretty consistently down there with those pitches I talked about. And you know, results matter. Obviously, you know, I'm going to go out there and I want to compete and get outs. I mean, that's the nature of the game. Bottom line, we can talk about working on stuff and talk about the things that went well, but more importantly, it's about competing and getting out. So I'm not happy with that part of that facet of the game or that facet of the way that I throw, but all those other things we talked about, I feel good about.
Well, that is a good point that you mentioned about not being afraid of contact, because if you pound the strike zone more times than not, being aggressive like that, you're going to succeed.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And you can't be afraid of contact. You can't be afraid of giving up hits, and that's when you fall behind guys and you force yourself or back yourself into a corner and give up the big homer or give up the big hit, and all of a sudden you're 30 pitches into the inning and you have guys on base and you're going full count or 3-ball counts on guys, and you compromise your situation, whereas you pitch to contact, fill up the bottom of the zone, pitch up when you have to, and let the best defense in baseball play behind you. I mean, more lesson than any is watching those guys play behind you in the way that they play spectacular defense. So it really encourages you to force contact.
Well, Tyler, you know, you're very polished as far as your professionalism, the way you go about your business, and you've been around for a little while now. And new pitchers come into camp. Do you kind of share? Do you talk trade secrets? Do you know, work on things together, even though there is competition in this camp for a few spots?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the competition part, and I think I've mentioned this a few times, intra-team competition is only a good thing. I mean, the fact that we have multiple options and guys that can do things so well, I think is only going to make everybody better. And every time I come out here and watch these guys pitch, it's not just sitting out here and soaking up the rays, as beautiful it is. You're trying to learn from somebody. You know, I take something from Tilly or Dylan or Mike, or I mean, you try and take something from as many people as you can. And in the same way with the guys that are new to camp, I mean, I want them to succeed. You know, we are ultimately a team, as much as it is a competition about your career and moving forward and making the team and contributing. It's also about winning in the bottom line. And you know, I think the way that I focus on the game is doing whatever I can to control the things that I can about my own success and about what I can do on the field and improve every facet of my game. But if I'm more caught up with what other people are doing, how am I supposed to master my own craft? So like you talked about, I try and share whatever I can and take whatever I can from other people as well to improve. But we're all in it together. We're all pulling on the same side of the rope.
Yeah, and with all the extra depth that was brought in this year, you really have even more viewpoints that if need be, you could go and pick a brain from somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, that's a good thing. You know, the guys that they brought in are great guys, and obviously brought them in for a reason. And we've got a great core group of dudes. And you know, like I said, all I want to do is improve the things that I can, control the things that I can control, bring a good energy to the field every day, and most importantly, have fun doing it.
So what are the big plans for the day off tomorrow?
You know, I'm fortunate that my family's in town. My wife got in town this week, and she brought some of her friends. My in-laws are in town. My host family from AA came in town, so there's a whole cluster of everybody. It's going to be really nice to kind of invest in some relationships that I haven't been able to see people in a while, and I'm looking forward to that.
It doesn't sound like a restful day off. Sounds like you're treating somewhere.
I know, exactly, but it fills the tank up right here, which is so important for the season going forward.
All right, well, Tyler, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and keep it going here in the camp.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.